Hello everybody and welcome to the barbecue shop here at Hayes Garden World, and Merry Christmas. Today we are cooking turkey in a Genesis gas barbecue.
We absolutely are, whole turkey on the barbecue.
So we're going to talk you through how to do that. So Richard, we're doing a Christmas dinner on a gas barbecue.
We're going to keep it really traditional and classic and simple. If you wanted to do a barbecue rub and smoked turkey, then that's absolutely fine, but we're going to show you how to do what most people would consider a traditional Christmas turkey. So we've got the turkey, we're going to pop in the cavity some lemon, some apple, some onion, and we're going to also intersperse some fresh thyme and some fresh rosemary just to get some nice aromatics going on in there. Over the top, on the actual crown and on the legs themselves, we're going to sprinkle on some salt and pepper, and then we're going to layer on some streaky bacon. Again, very classic, great for bacon sandwiches on Christmas Day morning once the bacon's done its job. And then the part that we're going to put underneath the turkey in this foil tray, we've got some sliced carrots, some onion, some celery, some apple, and then we've got the giblets. But we haven't put the liver in, because if you put the liver in, it will make the gravy bitter. So that can go elsewhere, really. That can go in the bin. But that's what's going to go underneath. And that's all of our ingredients. So if we're ready to make a start with the prep, if I tilt this up, if you just take the salt and pepper, it's important to season the outside, but also important to season the inside as well. So a nice sprinkle of sea salt in the cavity, and a little bit more. And then what we'll do is we'll just take the pepper grinder and do exactly the same. Just really simple. Some people may take some garlic cloves at this point and pop those in as well. Garlic's a little bit of a personal preference, and for today we're just going to keep it fresh. So apples going in here, a little bit of diced onion as well. I'm not sure how much of this is going to fit in, but we'll pop in as much as we can, and then just take some thyme and some of the rosemary sprigs, push that down, and then we'll take a little bit more of the apple. And really the thing for me with this is the onion has got a good moisture content, the lemon has got a good moisture content, so as these heat up, they're going to steam and they're going to give off some nice moisture to our turkey. Personally, and this is a case of, if you've had good experience with this, then keep doing it, but if you've put stuffing in there, then that's fine. Just make sure that is at 75 degrees before it comes off the heat source. But for me, I cook the stuffing separately, and there's going to be a separate video on that. But that's all we're going to do to the inside. We'll just pop a few more sprigs of herbs just in there for appearance's sake. And then if you can take some more salt and pepper for me and just do that over the top of the bird. Don't go too heavy with the salt, just because we are going to be putting some streaky bacon on there, which obviously has a salt element to it. So just pat that on. And the turkey has been out of the fridge for a good half hour, 45 minutes to let it come up to room temperature. It will cook through more evenly, and it will cook a little bit quicker as well. So that's perfect. And then we then start to take our bacon and just lay this over the top. And I have memories on Christmas Day morning of partway through the turkey being cooked. Because obviously underneath this, the turkey won't go golden brown. No. So partway through the cook, I'd say once you get to around about the 50-degree internal temperature mark, take the bacon off, and let the crown and the legs and everything just go nice and golden brown. At that point, the bacon's nice and crispy. Best bacon sandwiches ever. Have that maybe with a glass of Prosecco on Christmas Day morning. Drink responsibly, but But that goes on there, and then, oh look, we've got one left, so we better just put that somewhere as well. So that goes on there, and that is our turkey. That's prepped. Looks pretty good, actually. I'm really happy with how that's come out. The thing with the streaky bacon is, as that heats up, obviously it's going to the fat's going to start to render it become slippery, and you can end up with a bit of a bacon avalanche. In order to hold that in place, we're just going to tinfoil over the top. Okay. Okay. So this is just. It's not because we need to cook meats in foil on a barbecue. This is just going to serve the purpose of holding that bacon in place so that the fats can render through, the juices can render through, some of the flavourings of the bacon can render through. And partway through the cooking, we'll remove that and we'll let that just finish off its cooking time, but that is now ready to go to the barbecue. Okay then. Right, so we've done all the prep work. It's time to go to the barbecue. Okay, so what we've got in here is we've got the 2 outside burners on. And before I lifted the lid, I had a check and the temperature was reading around about 175, 180 degrees C. If it was a cooler day, we may need one of the extra burners on, but really just have to play that by ear on the day itself. We've lifted some of the cooking grates to one side to give us access to the flavourizer bars underneath. And what we're going to do with that is, if you want to pass me the tray with the makings of the gravy, that is going to go underneath there. And then what I'm just going to do is bring those cooking grates back over, put those back into place. Okay. And then we're ready to go with the turkey.
Okay.
So there's a few little bits here. You'll notice that I'll show you these. You'll notice that we've made up some little pieces of foil that are just shaped like bookends almost. If you bring those, how are we going to do this? Let's do that. So if you just put one there, and then one underneath the other wing as well.
There we go.
And what those will do is, if we have any heat really close, it'll just protect the wings basically, just to stop them from getting any excess heat on them. And then the last thing that we need to do is we've got the iGrill here that's built in. This is the iGrill 3.
Yep.
So red is for right. I remembered that from earlier on. Really simple, real good advantage of using these is you can be in the house doing other things and you can monitor this from your phone. So just taking that probe.
I think a lot of people, when it comes to Christmas, forget that when they start doing the juggling act with their ovens, that they have another oven outside that
Absolutely.
can. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you do Christmas dinner. I did Christmas dinner last year on a barbecue, and the hassle it saves just having the turkey outside, out the way.
You know, some people these days are getting more than one oven in their home, but if you have, if you only have one oven and you have a barbecue and you're not using it, you're really making Christmas dinner a lot more harder for yourself than you need to do. Use the indirect heat setup, put the turkey in there, and the other benefit obviously is that the barbecue is sitting outside in a damp, humid environment, and it's drawing in that damp air, and it's going to help keep the turkey beautifully moist. And the reason why I picked up my phone is because if you go to the Weber iGrill app and we connect to the iGrill, I can now see exactly what temperature those two probes are that are in the turkey breasts. And if I tap on those, I can actually go to setup and I can select chicken, which is going to be the same temperature as our turkey. So we can set that up for a 74 degree, 75 degree. And if we press, where is that? There we go. We've actually got a turkey setting down here as well. So turkey is set. I click start, and that's going to give me a 5-degree warning on when that turkey is ready. So 69 degrees. I'm going to get a text message on my phone to say, go check the turkey. We think it's almost ready.
Now on Christmas Day, it's probably raining. It's the UK.
It is.
The turkey's outside in the barbecue. It's all covered over. You don't have to stand there and watch it cook.
Don't have to stand there. The only thing that I would say is position your barbecue so that you can see the needle from the back door, from the kitchen window, from wherever, so that you can be inside, you can be doing other things with friends and family in the house, but you can still be just having a quick glance every now and then, see what's going on, and it really, really couldn't be simpler. Indirect heat, we've got the turkey over that middle half, there's no heat directly underneath there, it's all coming from around. The needle will build back up again, because we've just opened the lid and it's taken a lot of the excess heat out, but that will be absolutely perfect. 175, nice and steady. We'll just let that cook, and I'm thinking that's going to take 3.5 hours maybe at that for a 5.25 kilo turkey. But ultimately, our final temperature is 75 degrees. Is it cooked? Yes, it is. Best turkey you've ever had, and we'll come back and we'll check that when we're ready to take the foil and the bacon off.
So
we've checked the app. It says we're around about 55, 60. So time to come in. We'll just remove the probes for now. Just let those hang through there for 2 seconds. And then the bacon, sorry, just bring that plate over. Bring that over. Bacon's nice and crispy. That can come off. When we see, we've got a nice juicy looking crown, however it's not got much colour on it, so just pop these back in. Almost forgot. Pop those back into the deepest parts. And close the lid, let the heat come back up again. I'm saying another 45 minutes and then we'll have another check again.
Have yourself a bacon butty.
And it's time to have a Christmas morning bacon sandwich. So Ian, the app is telling us that the turkey's cooked, it's reached its target temperature. It's time to take it off. We've got a wooden chopping board and a nice warm serving plate.
Oh, look at
Look
that.
at the colour of our turkey.
I think that's done.
I think whether you're cooking that on the barbecue or in the oven, you'd be immensely proud and pleased to put that on the main table at Christmas. So just goes to show that just because it's cooked on a barbecue doesn't mean to say that it has to look like it's cooked on a barbecue. And if anybody's concerned about letting somebody try this for the first time, as long as they follow the indirect heat process and they follow maintaining the appropriate temperature inside the barbecue, it will just roast as...
You could almost, I know it's a bit more much having practice runs with turkeys.
Yeah.
But if you've never done a roast before,
Always advisable.
Yeah, practice with a chicken.
Yeah.
Even if you buy, say, a 2 kilogram chicken and just, you know...
Practice with a chicken, practice with a big roast,
Yeah.
practice before the big day. There's enough going on Christmas Day, worrying about where you put the batteries for the kids' presents, things like that, worrying about, you know, making sure that everybody's happy.
Yeah.
There's enough going on without you having to be constantly thinking about the food on the barbecue. Because also, if you do get distracted and something hasn't just worked how you intended it to do, you know, there's some consequences. So just practice, like you say. So warm serving plate onto a wooden chopping board, a couple of sheets of tin foil over the top, and then we're just going to put some nice clean tea towels over the top of there to act like a blanket, duvet. Just keep that heat in. We're going to let that rest for a good half hour, 45 minutes. Just to
You can rest it for longer.
You can let it rest as long as it's cooked for, as long as you keep it like that. This would obviously go into the kitchen on the side, on the work surface, so that it's in a nice warm environment as opposed to outside. But yeah, that will rest plenty of time. If we're going to let it rest now, and then we'll come back and we'll carve it and show you what it looks like on the inside.
So here we are. We brought everything together at the end of the shoot.
Yeah.
We've got our turkey, we've got our pigs in blankets.
Got our sausage stuffing meatballs.
We've got our roasted vegetables, we've got our roast potatoes, we've got our festive fruit dish.
Yep.
So the only thing left for you to do is to carve
the turkey. So let's have a look at this little guy here. Nice little bit of crispy skin. This is rested. If we just take that off there. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
So all these dishes have been created on a barbecue.
Yep. All cooked from scratch on the barbecue, gas, charcoal, combination of the two. Check the links to the other videos, or check the other videos on the YouTube channel and see how we've done them. It doesn't matter whether you've got a gas or a charcoal barbecue, you can do these on what you have at home. Take the hassle out of the kitchen. If you've got the barbecue, you've got an extra oven, and on Christmas Day, it's the kind of the bottleneck, because everything, as we've kind of talked about today, everything is an indirect cook. So it's about timings, it's about getting things through. You can par cook your roast potatoes, as we talk about in that video. So you can actually help yourself along as that's going. The turkey can rest as long as it's cooked for, so you really don't need to worry about making sure that everything comes together in 20 minutes after the turkey's off. Let it rest. We've let this rest with some tin foil over the top and 2 or 3 clean tea towels. We just temperature probed it before we restarted the film, and it was still at 70 odd degrees. So it really is a really good way of keeping your turkey nice and warm, but also letting it rest as well. So I don't think there's really
So only thing left to do is for us to plate it up,
much else.
pour a bit of gravy over, enjoy, have a glass of wine.
And wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
folks. All the best.
Merry
Cheers.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Ian. Thank you.
See you next time.